it's TMI, but like I am 1 centimeter dilated today. Okay, so I am now 39 weeks and 4 days pregnant, and we are off to another prenatal appointment with my obstetrician. Just an update of last week, because I was also seen last week and I was not able to make a video. She did a vaginal sweep, or like a cervical check, to see whether I'm already dilating or effacing. Dilating, or the act of dilation, is when your cervix is already like opening up to, you know, get ready for the delivery, and effacement is like the thinning of the cervix. Okay, I was just trying to fix the settings of my camera because it was too bright. It wasn't happening yet last week, and again I've mentioned that I am now currently 39 weeks and 4 days pregnant. I was actually hoping that I will deliver this baby like earlier than before, because if you haven't seen our vlog, I also made a birth vlog with my first pregnancy, and I delivered Paula at 39 days and 39 weeks. Sorry, I delivered Paula at 39 weeks and 2 days. So yeah, we'll see what the obstetrician will have to say during my appointment for today, whether I will be induced or something. More updates for this week and the previous week. The previous week was actually so challenging for me because I experienced some of the worst symptoms of pregnancy. I mentioned in the previous video that I was brought to the ER again for my hemorrhoids, but unfortunately they cannot do anything to drain it so that I will feel like some relief, because they wanted to avoid some infection, especially because I'm closer to my delivery date, so they were not able to do anything. They just advised me to take some stool softeners, which I ended up buying but not using it, because a few days later I got some relief with just a sitz bath, and I still continued applying the ointment that I showed you in my previous video, the Anusol ointment for hemorrhoids. My next problem with the hemorrhoids was that it became super itchy. So after the part where it swells so bad and like it's like almost impossible for me to sit, it became super itchy because it like started to shrink. And like, imagine like how raisins look, like the crinkled raisins, because raisins are dried grapes, right? So it's TMI, but like it's super itchy. I'm not gonna talk more about my hemorrhoids, but that's what happened. This pregnancy just makes me to want to get pregnant and have another baby again, because it was just a lot for me on my plate during the previous week. I was told that I have a Bartholin cyst. So if you're not familiar with Bartholin cyst, it's when there's an abscess in your labia. So labia is like part of your vajayjay, right? And it's swelling. It has like the abscess and there's like pus inside, so they have to drain it, and the process was called marsupialization, wherein they have to cut a hole through it and then sew like one end of the cut in order to keep the pus draining. Again, TMI. I know it's super, there's just a lot going on last week. Yesterday was supposedly my due date. Yesterday is June 5th. 2022 and it was supposed to be my due date. I actually was pretty much anxious the whole day yesterday because I was expecting that I would go into labor. Last night I was not able to sleep because I was expecting that the labor contractions will, you know, come like while I was in my sleep, or at least I was expecting my water to break like while I was asleep. I went to my OB again for another prenatal check. A cervix checked earlier and I am making some progress. I am 1 centimeter dilated today, so I would be observing if I would have any contractions within the day or within the next week. But by then, if I won't have any progress at all, then they would have to induce me. It's still okay though, it's still part of the full term, like the full term for a pregnancy, so it's still safe. And they also checked my amniotic fluid. That's what keeps the baby afloat. They checked my amniotic fluid, like the levels of it, if it's still okay, if I'm not gonna go into labor, because again I am already 1 centimeter dilated. I'm not gonna have high hopes, but whenever he's ready, whenever he wants to come out, I will just be patiently waiting out here. I have all of my stuff ready already downstairs. I'm just gonna throw in here my toothbrush and my husband's toothbrush and toothpaste when like I already go into labor. It's on standby here on my dresser. So here's my hospital bag. It's on standby here in our living room, and that's hi. That's pretty much like everything inside and all the stuff that I showed you upstairs. It's actually both me and Joe Phil's things in here on this part, and then the babies on that compartment right there. I'm gonna do a separate video. Hello. I'm gonna do a separate video of what I pack in my hospital bag this time. Thinking about how am I able to manage being a toddler mom to Paula and like having a newborn. Will I be able to divide my time and attention?